And we are live. Dons, good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're tuning in from. We are up to week number 7. Can you believe it? Oh my goodness. Only 2 more weeks to go. Okay, that's pretty exciting. Hang on. 2 more weeks? Yeah, 8, 9, and 10? Or maybe it's 3. I can't count. I'm not really good at maths. But darlings, you've made it to week number 7, and we're getting into the really, really powerful stuff of everything that we've built up to this point. Today, we are talking about creating bridge videos. Now, I will give you a heads up. There is no alternate training on this. What we do right here, right now, is the training. So I do urge you to grab a pen and paper because this will be the training that you will be referring back to. There's no other, like, kind of, we have one little cheat sheet which will just show you how easy it is to just record your PowerPoint presentation with ScreenFlow, whatever it is that you're using, and some little tips that we have for you on that. It's a little 8-minute video, but this is it. All right, my darlings, so do grab a pen and paper. You will have access to this video forever. You will always have access to these files, but the training we're going to be doing right here is the training. All right, my sweet. That's normally, of course, as you know, when Alex is doing the training, we have a nice big cheat sheet video for you. Not today. This is it. All right, my darlings. So, sweethearts, what was I going to say? Okay, so what we're going to do, my darlings, is going to do a very, very quick round table. This training takes about 40 minutes, so I really do want to respect your time. But today's training is really, really powerful because if you nail this, if you get this right, you will increase your conversions. Okay, so what did we talk about last week? Last week we talked about the capture pages, right? Creating those personalized capture pages that allow your audience to get to meet you, right? We showed you how to personalize those capture pages so it makes them want to take the next step. And once you've got them taking the next step, where does that take them? It takes them to a bridge video of you. Okay, this is really, really, really important stuff. You get this right, boom. Okay, good conversions. You get this wrong, and well, you just got to keep trying. Okay. So today I'm going to be showing you 2 bridge videos we created that work stupendously. One is a long one. It's 12 minutes, and I'm going to break it down. Why it's so long. I'll break down exactly why this thing worked, and then I'm going to show you a quick one as well that worked for a different reason. So I'm going to show you a 12-minute one, we're going to show you a 3-minute one, and what I urge you to do when it comes to the 12-minute one, really, really pay attention to this one because there's going to be a lot of sentences and embedded commands and stuff in there that you're going to want to use in your own bridge videos. All right, my darlings? So without further ado, sweethearts, let's bring out Stephanie. We're going to go backwards this time. We're going to go alphabetically from the end of the alphabet to the front of the alphabet and have a really quick little round table and check in with how everyone's doing and where everyone's at. So Stephanie, my darling, coming out, sweetheart, and make sure we grab you before your internet fails. How are you? Stephanie, can you hear us, darling? Stephanie Delroy? Stephanie from Australia, can you hear me, sweetheart?
Yeah, I'm going in and out.
Oh, babes, I can hear you now. Talk as fast as you can.
Can you hear me?
I can, sweetheart. How's everything going?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear us?
I can't see anyone.
That's okay, baby. Just talk. How's everything going?
I can hear you.
That's good, my darling. How are you, sweetheart?
Yeah, I'm just.
Sorry, darling, you're frozen. Can you hear me?
Send it off. That's it. Don't worry about it. You know.
Sorry, hon, can you start that sentence again?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Just start that whole sentence again, can you?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, I said I hate blogging.
Well, darling, you are writing these really cute little short blogs, and that's fine because guess what? Chances are you're going to attract an audience that are also going to want to do quick little short blogs. So what you're doing is you're showing them how to do it. Stephanie, are you still here, darling?
It takes me ages to do those short blogs.
It's all good. It'll get quicker and quicker. I have one question for you, darling. I don't know how much longer your internet's going to hold up, but I have one question for you. When do you think you're going to be comfortable going public with your videos? Stephanie, you still there? No, oh, shame, we've lost him. Shame. Okay, so darlings, if you are having some conversations with Stephanie, I personally feel that Stephanie is ready to go public with her videos. She did a beautiful one the other day on an event that she went to outside of our industry, and I noticed Beth wrote a comment on the same one as well, and it was something about, you know, when the student becomes the teacher, and in my personal opinion, watching Stephanie's, you know, video diaries grow from day one to where she is now, I personally feel that she's ready to step into that kind of teacher role. Her videos are getting more and more powerful. They're getting more and more kind of passionate. You can see that she's more confident. And oh, she's back. Hello, darling. We were talking about you. Can you come on out? Can you talk? Oh, Stephanie, are you still there, sweetheart?
Hey. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. So quickly, darling, when do you think you might be ready to go public with your videos?
Can you hear me? I can hear you.
Yes. When do you think you might be ready to go public with your videos?
Oh, God.
I'm not saying you have to. I'm saying when do you think you might be ready?
I don't have a time frame yet.
Okay. Because I think we all agree that, you know, you're putting out some pretty powerful stuff. And there's a lot of stuff that you're sharing with us that others could really benefit from hearing.
It's just my online diary, basically. If it's content, then that's good.
Because you're sharing a lot of tips that I know I personally find very valuable.
Try win whatever is happening in my life.
Okay. And at what point do you think you will want to share your message with more than just the boot campers? Because that's where we're heading with you.
When I have more hair.
Really? I think we all agree that you look pretty stunning right now, sweetheart.
Can you hear me? I think it was slow.
I know that you can only do it when you're ready, my darling, but I just want you to know that, in my opinion, you're ready. Can you still hear us, darling? Stephanie, can you still hear us? No? Okay. All right, so we're going to move along. I do hope that Stephanie, when she's watching this replay, Stephanie, I hope, darling, that you will really somehow find the courage to start sharing your videos publicly. There's so much power in your messages. There's so much wisdom in your messages, and I truly believe that when you start sharing them publicly, you will be very, very surprised by the impact that you start making. Right now, we're into, what, 7 weeks, and your videos are still private, and I know that you're impacting all of us in a big way. I think you'll be amazed at how many people on the outside of this boot camp that you'll be able to impact as well. So, darling, if you're watching the replay, please do take this on board. And, sweethearts, we are going to have to move along. Steph, my darling, Steph and Deb, come on out, sweethearts.
Good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you both?
We are good. You start. You're
Fabulous.
Peppy. Go for it.
I'm Peppy.
You're Peppy, like Pepe Le Pew. Maybe not. Go ahead.
It's good to be here today. We have a secret, but we can't tell everybody yet.
Do I know it?
We're working on something new that we have a launch date of 10/1, which is next Thursday, which will entail a more focused direction for both of us working together. And we're pretty excited about it. We have a lot of work to do, though, but we're pretty excited about it.
I'm so excited that you two have found a way to work together on a project.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, but it's going to be fun. But it's good. We're both excited about it, and it posed a little bit of challenge for us yesterday because we had some things that we wanted to do for each of our blogs for today, but it's kind of like that's kind of a moot point if we move forward in that direction because we really need to move our focus to this so we are ready for our launch date. So we've got a little bit of shift going on, and how we're going to utilize our existing blogs in conjunction with what we're doing new, because we do have individual followers, you know, that don't know us working together yet. So it's interesting, but it's exciting. It's kind of brought a new element of, oh yeah, we could do that and we could do that, and you know,
The creative
steps of
juices
doing
are
a
flowing.
morning walk and writing 3-part training series and coming home with them recorded. So it's like, okay, this is good. I like this. So
Awesome.
we're pumped up. I'll kind of level back out now and let y'all.
Awesome. So exciting. So, Steph, you excited?
I am. I'm tired, but you know, I'm not
You
used
both
to
look
it
tired.
much, but it's a good thing. Yeah, it's been really interesting to get on this path and sort of open myself to, you know, the universe, if you will, and just, you know, kind of seek guidance and, you know, to sort of check in to be sure I'm on the right path. And like she said, you know, it's trainings and it's keywords and it's, I mean, it just all these crazy things that are coming to me that I've really struggled with, you know, up till now. So it's pretty exciting. And I still go back, and I think Diana, I think she's still on, but Psycho-Cybernetics has that book. If you haven't read that book and you have any sticking points, that book is really something. Of course, I went from that into Motivation Manifesto, and it's got some really good stuff too. So we're working hard, we're working steadily, and stay tuned. It's going to be wild and woolly.
Yeah, we're going to be a little bold with it, so that's good.
Not everyone will be our audience, but a couple of people will.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You're doing something that is going to make you stand out, right? And this is what we teach here in the boot camp. Each and every one of you has to find that little thing that makes you stand out above the noise. Instead of, you know, if everyone's going left, you guys are going right. Do you know what I mean? You're doing something completely different. Yeah, it's gonna be an awesome success, darlings. I'm so excited both.
Thanks.
Awesome! Yay! I'm so excited that you're both on here together.
No, that's our fault.
Yeah, it's my fault. And we have the grandsons this weekend, so we're going to lose 3 days.
I know.
They're here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So it's, you know, it's like, well, I can watch a movie with them, and you can go work a while, and then you can watch a movie with them, and I'll go work a while, and then we'll go outside and play for a while. So, but
you'll work around it. And you know what's really nice about that is that you will also then be able to really empathize with people who are juggling, you know, kids and, you know, things that have got to get done, you know. So very cool.
Absolutely.
What's really interesting with these two is they come here often because they're the only grandkids who really live locally. So we see them every week, you know. And they watch us shoot our videos and all that kind of stuff. And they're the two that say, "Can I shoot a video?" And buddy, they do.
Bless.
I mean, the oldest one is 6, and he's big with Legos, and he wants to shoot a video, so he always gets his Legos out. I mean, he's instructing somebody how to do it, and that's just by watching us do our videos. And he wants that code, he calls it, which is the URL that we say at the end. So he's made up his own, and they just have a ball with it.
You know, they could have their own little YouTube channel.
Well,
Like
we've
how to,
been talking to parents about that already.
how to build Lego houses, and you know, I have done some trainings. Believe it or not, I've you know gone on YouTube looking for training videos, and it's been an 8-year-old kid that has taught me how to do ScreenFlow. I'm like, oh my god, I'm embarrassed. But he's 8 years old, right? You know, like start them young. You have no idea
how
what
to
to
do
do.
it.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
So it's going to be fun.
Awesome, darlings. Awesome. Well, look, have a fabulous weekend.
Thank you.
Get as much work done as you possibly can between now and Friday.
We will.
All right, Des, anything else you want to share before we move along?
Nope, we're good.
Awesome, darling. So happy for you. All right, Des, let's bring out Mr. Robert Vaughan. Good morning, Robert. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning. Glad to be here again.
Awesome.
Well, I guess you all know it was a pretty exciting week last week.
Very.
We you know, we got the push-up challenge up and rolling, and thank each and every one of you so much for jumping in and getting involved. I really, really appreciate it. And I know all the other veterans around the world do too, so I really appreciate that.
Amazing. That was an incredible ripple effect. I mean, it was just phenomenal. It was just phenomenal. I saw one girl in Empower. She tagged like 97 people the other day for the challenge.
That's amazing. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Yeah. And you know what I really like too? I like the side effect of what happened is that a lot of people, like you said in one of your videos just recently, a lot of people realized that, hey, I'm not very fit. You yourself, you're out walking, running, whatever it is you're doing in your neighborhood.
It's true. Yeah. Sure. It sure brought that home.
Awesome.
You know.
Awesome.
So, and you know, it doesn't take much. You know, just a little bit every day, and before you know it, your body adapts, and you're, you know, up and moving at full speed. So, but I you know, just to make sure everybody understands, you know, 22kill.com does not update their counter every day. They usually do it, the way I understand it, usually on Fridays, or if they know they have an event coming up, they do it then, that weekend of the event. So apparently whatever program they run to pick up all those counts, they do that whenever they know something's going on. So, awesome. But if you post to their page, if you post directly to their page, the guy said that they will go in and manually add those to the page.
Okay, but the way we're doing it though is how we're doing it on our own Facebook walls. We're doing it that the right way.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, using those hashtags, they said they'll pick them up anywhere you put them. So.
Awesome. Awesome.
They're good to go.
Awesome. And how's everything else going?
Oh well, you know, you and I talked yesterday a little bit, and I had a friend that I swore I wasn't going to do this. I had a friend that committed suicide this week. And I had a chance to go see him in July, but I passed on it. So just don't ever take anybody for granted. You just never know. But you know, the truth is, people are doing it all day, every day. We just don't pay attention to it. It's happening, and that's why I think that what we've been doing in bringing people's attention to this issue is important. Now, I know that David Wood said that, you know, the more you focus on something, you know, the more you increase that. And I totally understand and I agree with that to a point. But our focus is not on the action itself. It's on preventing this. Okay? So everybody, please keep that in mind. You know, our focus is to reduce the number of suicides. And it's just like anything else. You know, if you're focusing on the positive side of things, I believe that's what you will have the effect on. And so that's what we're going for.
Yeah, I read through that thread as well, and I'm like, okay, I see where he's coming from, because, you know, we do make this comment that it's better to stand for something than it is against something. Like we mentioned this the other day, Mother Teresa said, I'll never do a march, you know, protest the war, but I will do a peace march. You know what I mean? So it's the flip side, and I just think that was lost on him for some reason. He thought we were, you know, doing push-ups about. Yeah, I think what we were doing, and Christian left a really, really powerful comment as well. I think it was lost on him what this was all about, you know. And unfortunately, sometimes, you know, someone like him will say something, then everyone will just agree with him just to agree with him because it's, you know,
Right.
Dave Wood.
Right.
But I noticed that, you know, Ali, you know, stood up. Katie, what's her last name? I can see her last name, but I can't remember it. You know, stood up, and you know, so it was really powerful that those who understood, you know, where you're coming from, said, you know what, we're actually on the flip side of what you're talking about. But you know,
Right.
he's Dave Wood, and he has a, you know, an opinion, and
Yeah.
but even
Well,
then, he even brought attention to it as well. So now everyone's talking
yes,
about it, which I never
he
knew about
did.
this before. So
He did. Even, and you know, Dave sometimes will fool you because, you know, I'll say he's smarter than the average bear, of course. So his little twist where he did the video and twisted it towards the dancers, okay, the strippers, okay, and he said he was going to make his own, you know, push-up challenge for 25 million, you know. Well, all of that still brought attention to this.
oh, I
You
missed
know,
that.
so I mean, he got more people involved, even though watching that, and he was trying to put a twist on it. I think where even people who maybe were not a part of the veteran community or maybe didn't feel maybe drawn to the veteran community, he still pulled them into this whole thing. So he did help.
Awesome.
He did
Love it.
for sure.
Love it. Love it.
Mhm.
Well, the Ian community is doing their bit. They're all behind you, my love.
Yeah.
Awesome, darling. Well, big hugs to you, sweetheart. I know it's been a tough week.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you letting me be here.
It's a pleasure having you, darling. And just keep doing what you're doing, all right, my friend? You're making an impact. All right, my darling. Sweethearts, we are going to move along. And Leonie, darling, come on out. How's everything with you this week?
Everything's been pretty good. The weather's been crap. As a result, I haven't been out doing videos much, and I sort of get to at night and going, I've got the same boring background again. How can I make it more interesting? Because we've had, it's been feeling like 0 degrees again.
Oh, dear. And you guys
And
are
this is
summer.
And this is spring. Yeah. We've had a southerly storm go through, and it has been going. I think Gisborne was flooded out the other day and things as well, so it's been pretty heavy.
Awesome to see you and Kerry getting together. I love that.
Oh, that was fantastic.
Mm.
that was on Friday, so we weren't planning to go into town originally on Friday, and then Kerry says, I'm here, and I says, great, I'll get there. And she says, yeah, well, we're coming in from Upper Hutt, so I met her mother as well. So
Nice. That's really, really powerful, you know, what you guys are doing down there, because you're actually making this more real. You know, and one of the, I know because I used to come from New Zealand, one of the biggest problems being in New Zealand is that, you know, we're so far away from the company itself, which of course is in the US. But when you guys actually get together and you show that up on Facebook, people are like, oh my God, this really is real. Like, it's a real company. Like, people are really doing stuff. Do you know what I mean? So I do encourage you guys to just keep on doing that. And that's what's so cool when, you know, like Robert gets together with Steph and Deb, you know, it's like, wow, there are really real people doing this, you know. So I encourage you guys, you know, if you guys happen to be in each other's areas, do that outside of events, because a lot of people think that, you know, all the action just happens at events, but it doesn't. It's a real life living entity all over the world. So well done.
yeah, so I mean, I'm still trying to get together with KJ, but she just seems to be having so many problems at the moment as well. So I want to get together with her because she's in Whitemans Valley. And of course Matt Gale I know as well, so there's a few people around in Wellington.
Nice.
Isadora I've spoken to online, but I haven't actually met her yet either. But the aim is to try and get as many of us together as we can at some stage.
Nice.
And of course Helen managed to get Michelle,
Anderson.
Matt and me together all before she left, but we haven't had a get together since. So.
Sweet.
But I know there is quite a strong Wellington contingent. We've just got to find us all and get it all together.
Even if you guys had like a monthly mastermind or something, you know?
Yeah, it'd be great.
Yeah, like a monthly every fourth Sunday or something. I don't know. But darling, how's business going? Like how's the blogging? I like your series that you're doing now. All those wealth things are just phenomenal.
Yeah, well, I managed to get my blogging up to date today again, so that's done. I've got 2 videos in so far this afternoon. I've got another 3 to try and do to finish my 100%, but we'll get there. Basically, they're all on the wealth principles as well, so wealth files and doing that.
Okay.
And basically, I've been looking at Edland Pro and some of the other places which I've got advertising as well, and starting to work my trains up. I've been working on lead pages again this week as well, and I've got stuff set up through ClickMagick for tracking IDs and that sort of stuff. So I'm trying to do some of that sort of thing, getting split testing and things happening.
Awesome. Good girl.
But
So you've actually taken the capture page training and you're actually applying it. Awesome. Yay, well done.
Yeah. I mean, I already had one set, but now I've just added a few more. Like I put my 3 dots with my foreigner picture on them, saying from the live concert in Taupo, which we went to, and saying, imagine if, and you're also using some of Toby and Layla's wordings from the Tilt Hour last week. I managed to get a few screenshots and go, grab, and picked up some of the lines from the screenshots. So imagine if you were able to go to concerts like this around the world, and that sort of stuff is what I've got as my capture line sort of thing.
Sweet, sweet. And you've got 3 capture pages running on a split test?
Yep.
Good girl. Good girl. Yay!
I'm just going to work out where to put them all at the moment. I'm starting to use things like bringing back a lot of my various pages that I had in the past. Not so much internet pages, but various referral pages and that sort of thing. Trying to get things like viral URL working, Edland Pro, some of those things working properly again.
Awesome. Awesome, darling. Awesome. Well, good stuff, honey. And have you got a bridge video yet?
No.
Not yet. All right. That's coming up soon.
Yeah. I've got another sign up today for Inspiration ebook, so that was good.
Fantastic.
So I've got, I think it's been 8 sign-ups on that. 2 of them with other Empower members, but it's still getting the names out there. And I'm also on a pet lovers group and a few other groups on Facebook now, which is where I'm getting pet lover entrepreneurs and that sort of stuff,
Nice.
and getting a few leads and things through that.
Well done. Well done. Facebook groups where you have a pet passion, sorry, play on words, pet passion, but where you have a passion are so powerful. And that's what Jaime did to get on the Leeds leaderboard. You know, he went into 2 Facebook groups which were around dogs. And he's got these little Yorkshire puppies or something, and he just killed it with leads. So going into Facebook groups, so well done. Trust me, when you can pick up on a key passion that you share with other people in other Facebook groups, you will get leads. You will absolutely get leads. Well done.
So Pet Lovers Entrepreneurs, and I'm also involved in one that Carol put out, which was the personal development blogs as well.
Fantastic. Good girl.
Which is getting different things happening. So we're starting to get out there. I need it to happen real fast now.
It's so good. You're putting in the effort. You're putting it all out there.
So we'll get there. It's tight at the moment.
It's a good one. Just all you can do is just keep putting yourself out there, you know, and the more places you can be seen, the more opportunities you'll have to get people, you know, looking at what you're doing. And trust me, if you do what we're about to teach you today and you get this bridge video in place as well and you start sharing your story, it just makes the conversion so much easier. Okay?
The big question I've got is with iPads. Are they going to stop the second billing for that soon? Because iPads will be part of Empower, or how's that good?
I don't know when anything's happening, but I think it'll be after Orlando. I think that's when they're going to announce it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause they said they were going to put iPads live hopefully this week within Empower anyway for trying.
From the last webinar, my understanding was 10 days after that. So anything between 10 days after that and Orlando is my best guess.
Yeah. Fair enough.
All right,
because I'm sort of looking at that. I'm looking at the extra money going out each week, each month, going, yeah, it'd be good to have it all as one.
I understand. Yeah, hopefully, like I said, it should have been 10 days after that webinar. So yeah. But I don't like to put exact dates on anything when it comes to what Ian and iPass do. So I would say definitely between now and Orlando, it'll definitely be that.
Yeah, no, because I'm looking forward to that, because then I'll be able to do everything with all in the one organisation.
Absolutely.
Be good.
It's very exciting. The stuff that's coming out, especially in Orlando, is going to be absolutely exciting. Yep. All right, my sweetheart. Anything else you want to share before we move along?
No, that's about it at the moment. As I say, I've got 3 more videos to hit 100% today, and then I'll so it might be tomorrow morning before I do them, because of the fact I just don't want to be up till midnight too much. or rather after
I
midnight.
will be waiting for you because I'm actually waiting on a couple of others too that I've given a slight few extended hour extension for, so I will wait for you as well.
Thank you very much for that.
Awesome, darling.
'Cause,
Awesome. Well,
I had one decide it wasn't going to load initially this afternoon. I went, why is that? And then it did, so that was okay.
Awesome, awesome, well, thank you so much for being here tonight, and thank you so much for sharing with us. And again, keep up that that mastermind thing, like out, you know, in the real world, because it really does bring the message home that this is a real business. Okay, so thank you so much. Awesome.
So it was great having lunch with Kerry. It really was.
I know, it makes it all very real, doesn't it?
Yeah. Especially she met Ellen at the same time, so we actually all had lunch together. So it was great.
Yay, love it, love it. Well, thank you so much, sweetheart. And we're going to move over to Carol. Carol, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, my goodness, it's still dark there.
Yeah, the sun's just beginning to come up. It's getting a little bit light outside, but I hate it when it's dark like this.
I know.
You know, I'm staying with the basics. I'm getting that all done. I've been practicing talking faster so I can get that video into a shorter period of time. I don't know what happens. I find I get started on something new, and I'll bring it up to a point. You know, I fully intend to do this one, though. I'm committed to it, to do that money video.
Yep.
And I don't know. I just get like frozen when it starts getting into the technical pieces. I don't like computer technical stuff. I just don't like it. It has no interest to me whatsoever. But I know it has to be done. So
do you mean when you're actually talking in the video, or the stuff that comes after the video?
The stuff that comes after the video.
Yeah, it's a pain in the bum. It is a pain in the bum. I don't like it. I don't know a lot of people that do like it. But the only way I can justify doing it is the fact that it makes money and it works.
Yeah.
You know, and it's literally, there's going to be some stuff. Put it this way, I think in any business, you're going to love 80% of what you do, and you're just going to not like 20% of it. You know, and that 20% is just kind of like, okay, I've just got to suck it up and do it anyway. You know. Yeah. And I feel you, darling, because I hate that bit. Sorry, I don't mean to use the word hate, but I really dislike that bit a lot. And it hurts my brain. It really does. But, you know, after a while, it does get easier and easier and easier, and it becomes like driving a car. You know, you just know exactly where to put everything. And then it becomes kind of like a fun jigsaw puzzle where you just fit all the pieces together, you know, like on-page SEO. For me, I never liked that in the beginning, but now it's like a fun puzzle. So I try and reframe everything to make it, like, fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. It's like a puzzle. It's all juggled up in the box or something, and you have to put it together, put all the pieces together.
So how many have you done, Carol?
Of those money videos?
Yeah.
I haven't done any yet.
Okay.
I've practiced them, but I haven't actually done one.
That's so good. Okay, so once you've done one, once you've got one in the can, do your second one, and once you've got that one in the can, do your third one, and by the third one, I promise you'll be going, that's so easy.
Yeah.
I promise you, my darling, it will. Just pick one long tail keyword and just suck it up and get it done. Because once you've done one, you'll be like, man, that's not so rough. Really, it's not so rough.
I believe it.
I promise.
And like I said, I am committed to do that, so I certainly will. It's just a matter of booting myself in the butt to do it.
Cool, my darling.
The one other quick thing is on the blogging, you know, if I get my stuff out there, I get a following, but they're all EN people. I just don't seem to get beyond, you know, out into the public more. And
Darling, do you go into Facebook groups?
I do, but yeah, I do.
Because, you know, I always remember, you know, when we were starting out, Justin Beringer did a training. I don't know whether it was in the viral blogging VBA or whatever that product was, or one of the webinars he did, he talked about the fact that when he was just starting out right at the beginning of his career with Empower Network, he would literally go in manually, this is before he was using Hootsuite and stuff like that, to 100 Facebook groups, and he would just add massive value with his blog posts. Right, and so I did it as well, and then my hands got really messed up, and then I went to Hootsuite, and I noticed as soon as I started doing, you know, through Hootsuite, my numbers dropped off when it came to leads, because everyone knows that that's just an automatic thing. And the whole thing with social media is if they know that you are manually doing all this, they know that you have some connection with it, you tend to get a better open rate on your blogs. When people see you auto posting stuff, I know what I do. I disregard it immediately, because I'm like, okay, well, a machine put that there. I'm not going to engage with a machine, right? So, guys, I do urge you, if you're going to do this strategy I'm just about to chat with Carol about, I do urge you to try and think about doing it manually. Maybe just get 25 groups, right, and just copy and paste a really compelling message. Like, what did I do today on my fan page? Let me just quickly, I did something on my fan page, and I started getting some really good engagement in my insights. Let me just check here. I asked a question, like this: have you ever wondered how to get a book published with no financing and no experience? I have on so many occasions, and this is the first time I've seen it happen so effortlessly with my own eyes. And then I put my blog post in there, and that thing got a lot of hits today. And I'm like, okay, because what I did was I went through my Facebook Insights, and I did a post, I put a post on there about 8 weeks ago, and there was like 200 views and about 20 click-throughs, and I'm like, how did I miss that? Okay, so if you have an engaging question that makes people go, oh, what's that about? Yeah, I might like to know about that, right? People will open your blog post and they will read through. So I prefer that you would do that manually and really pick and choose your Facebook groups that are going to have people in them that relate to you. And if I was you, of course, I'd be looking for Facebook groups that are in my demographic and they are in my niche market. And people, they will respond. If you look at the way everyone else is hitting those groups and you do it completely differently, they will respond to you. And I used to get massive hits, traffic on my blogs when I was doing that. But of course, then my hands messed up, and then I had to do another strategy. But it works, my darling. So that's how, if you're not doing, like Facebook ads to your blog and stuff like that, that's how you are going to get different eyeballs outside of Empower Network on your content. It's that strategy. Again, it's manual. It's very kind of slow, but it does work.
Okay.
And whenever people cry, to me, they're kind of like, oh, that's so time consuming. I think of Gary Vaynerchuk, who basically, when he was building his wine library empire, he would go onto Amazon.com. He would respond to every single review. Can you imagine? He would go onto his fan page and respond to every single comment. And I'm like, oh my God. He said, yes, it would take me hours and hours. But here's the thing. Those are my fans. They took the time to write something. I'm going to respond to all of them. So anytime I'm kind of like, oh my God, this is going to take so much time, I always think of Gary Vaynerchuk. And I'm like, and where is he now? And he did it the hard way, and he did it the manual way.
Good point.
So that's what I would do, my darling. I would be putting it on my fan page, and then I would also be putting it manually into Facebook groups that are my target audience.
Mm-hmm. Will do.
Sound good?
Yes, thank you.
And it's really easy, because literally you're copying and pasting one sentence or one little paragraph. You're not having to redo it all the time. Just copy paste, copy paste, copy paste.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome, darling. Any other questions before we move along?
No, ma'am.
Awesome, darling. Well, thank you so much for being here. I see the sun's coming up as we speak.
Yes.
Your room is getting lighter. Awesome, my darling. We'll give my love to Ellie. We'll give our love to Ellie. I hope she wakes up in a good mood today.
Yeah, she will. She will today.
Awesome, sweethearts. All right, darling. We'll move along to Miss Diana. Diana, how are you, my darling?
I'm still very sniffly, so you'll have to excuse me for
Aw.
sniffling, but otherwise I'm okay.
Cool.
It was a rough week last week.
I can imagine.
So, but I got everything done, so I'm really pleased with myself.
Good.
I'm having some of the same challenges that Carol's having. I put everything out there. I'm not getting a lot of engagement, but I think it's consistency and time. And I don't really interact with a lot of groups because I don't have an uninterrupted stretch of time to do that yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I will soon.
And that's coming up pretty soon, in the next couple of weeks?
Next week we close. And
Are you excited?
So Thursday, I am a free woman.
You're excited?
I am. I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited.
Okay.
But that will give me uninterrupted time at home because one of the things that I'm very good at is the technical stuff, and I don't have time to do training videos. And I would love to. I would love to do training videos, but every time I start on one, somebody walks in, or, you know, I'm home and the kids walk in. And then, I mean, I don't know if you saw my son earlier, but everything I do, I've got a kid poking their head in. So this, which is wonderful, I'm not complaining, but this kind of stuff I can do while they're at school.
Nice.
So I'm really, my husband's very nervous about the transition because, of course, we're still filing bankruptcy and money's going to be tight. But I'm excited. I think it's all going to work out okay.
Okay. Telling, you know, when Alex and I first started, one of the things that we did was we went big out on training videos. You know, if we took the time to learn something, then we took the time to teach it. So if you do have that bent, just go for it, and people will respond. And we got a lot of in the early days, we got a lot of team members join us because they knew that if they joined us, we would train them. So it is a very, very powerful strategy.
Yeah, I feel like I have a lot of stuff up here that needs to get out.
Cool.
Not the inspirational stuff. That's easy for me to just churn out because even if I'm getting interrupted, that's more creative. But the technical, where you're trying to show someone how to do something, I need uninterrupted time to lay that out and teach that. So I'm excited. That's my plan, and I want to do the money videos. I do have to backtrack a couple weeks because the cold and the family visit sidelined me a little, so I have to revisit last week's training, and then I'll revisit the YouTube training just to make sure, because I did the training, but I haven't done anything about it.
Okay. Yeah, and like I was saying to Carol, you know, you do it once or twice and it'll be a big pain in the bottom, but then, you know, the third, fourth, fifth time, it just gets a little bit easier and a little bit easier. And it's so powerful. You know, if you really nail those long tail keywords, it is so powerful.
Yeah, so I'm excited. I think October is really going to be a rocking month for me. If I can't make it happen uninterrupted, it's not going to happen. That's the way I'm looking at it. This is my golden opportunity.
Yep. And everything happens for a reason. You know, sometimes we might not understand the reason at the time, but everything does happen for a reason.
Well, I don't know if you probably haven't had a chance to read my blog post yet from yesterday, but it's similar to the video I did yesterday, and I was basically comparing when my family business shut and now shutting this business and how differently I'm thinking about it, because this one is in my control. I mean, I could have struggled through and kept the business going one way or another. People do all the time, but I don't want to anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm making the choice to move on to something else.
That's powerful.
And it's really different. It's a very different mindset. It's a lot less scary to me.
Well, you will have a lot of eyeballs on you, my darling, so everyone's rooting for you.
Yay!
And I love that you're looking at this with a feeling of excitement. You know, you've done a beautiful reframe. A lot of people could be very, very nervous, but you're excited, and that gives you so much more energy to do what you need to do.
Yeah, I mean, I'm planning October 1st is really, I'll still be moving stuff, but I'll be able to carve out, starting October 1st, a couple of hours every day to cut some videos, be a little more visible, make it happen, and I'm going to make it happen.
Awesome. Awesome. Yay. Done. Everyone give her a big round of applause. Woo-hoo!
This is my 7-year-old. Everybody's up in my house.
Really? We can't see anyone but you, but that's all good.
You can't see him?
Not yet. No. All we see is you. It's all good. Oh, I see him. Oh, what a handsome little fella. Oh, hello.
Say hi. Hi. There you go. All right. Well, I won't hog any more of the time.
All right, darling. Well, thank you so much for sharing, and we just, we're following you with incredible interest.
All right. Well, I'll keep you posted.
All right, my darling. Thank you so much, honey. All right, as we're moving along to Christian and Elba. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are we, darlings?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone. How are you?
Hello.
Yay.
That's Barkley. Tell me, how's everything going?
Well, for me, it's going like I think good. You know, it's step by step every day, doing the things I learn here. And I'm working my capture page because long time ago I have like really scared to the capture page and all this process. So I think I'm doing a little bit better about that. And yeah, still working with my videos and with my blog and with my groups. And I mean, it's going. I got a few leads. Yay! But that's good because I'm struggled with leads long time ago. So
Okay, now, have you done the inner circle for this week?
yes, man.
All right, so you know what to do now, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
of course, yes. I need.
Promote your last
Yeah.
result.
I mean, I need step to myself and be the leader I am, and and teach the thing I know. And yeah, I'm start working pretty hard on the color tool with the settings and how to put all the settings, SEO settings, and working with the capture page with the color tool Insta Builder. So I wanna myself is like myself. I wanna like know that thing really well
Oh,
because
master.
that, yes, so I can teach that, right?
Excellent.
Yeah. And I mean, things as I'm going step by step. Good thing is I have another network marketing company, and I started to doing like the
Automated?
automator, and I got few sales like in my email. That's huge for me because I'm trying long time ago, and always for the people buy, they always reach to me and send me an inbox, and I have to go and text and all that. But I'm using more videos in my emails, and
Interesting.
yeah, and then I got few sales, and I'm so excited because it's like a huge step for me.
Good, well done, darling, well done. And that's because of your videos, you're saying?
Yeah, I have a group on Facebook, and I just do videos like using I mean like a healthy videos, and sell some shakes and some detox, something like that, and people start respond more because long time ago they respond, but they reach to me, they reach to my inbox, they reach to my to my Facebook. So now I see I can do all through email and videos.
Fantastic, darling. Now, you know that you need to market that, right? Because that will then attract other network marketers. They'll be like, oh my God, how did Alba make sales, for her other network marketing business? And you can say, from everything I've learned here at Empower Network, right? So
Yeah.
that is really powerful. And this is the thing that I wish everyone would understand. We are a tool for network marketers. We are not in competition to other network marketers. And you're a living proof example that a network marketing biz can coincide and prosper because of what you learned from Ian. So well done, my darling. So just go and yell that to the rooftops, like just tell everyone.
Okay, I will.
Well done, sweetheart. Well done, darling. Well done. Just keep doing what you're doing. It's fabulous.
I will keep doing it. And for all you girls, remember, we are all strugglers. And the thing is, when you see the struggle, how can I say? It depends how you see your struggle. The struggle, maybe you can pass your struggle and be a better person, be a more strong person, or you can let the struggle, like hit you and put you back. So I think here everyone's doing an excellent job, and you guys motivate me a lot, because this is a really powerful group, and I'm so happy to wake up every morning and see you guys, see your faces. I love sleep between maybe 11:30, and they wake up and do my yoga and came back so relaxing and keep working. But I mean, I'm doing this wake up early Wednesday, so early, so for good reason, because I wanna be in this graduation thing,
I love it, darling. And it's funny what you say about struggle. I was reading somewhere, I don't know, yesterday, but I read somewhere that if you're on a path where there are no struggles, it's probably not a very worthwhile path. like, because the struggles, they do shape you and they make you better and they make you stronger. And unfortunately, if you are a go-getter and you are going for big dreams, it's never going to be comfortable, right? You're always going to be outside your comfort zone. You're always going to be growing. So it's just I don't know. I always say embrace the struggle and love the struggle, because it makes you the best you can ever be. We're always going to be struggling at some point, learning something new or whatever. The struggle never goes away. And I think if you just love it and just accept that it makes you, more fabulous. I think the struggle is amazing because it makes you strive, and you're always expanding.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm reading the book, The 10X Rule. It's amazing. I mean, my mind is loading. I mean, I'm trying to do. I try to take more action every day. I try to keep my thinking, growing every day. And it's an amazing book. I love it.
It's an epic book. And Christian, you're reading the Motivation Manifesto. How's it going?
I haven't started it yet because I like I said, I got it in the mail, and that's the next one in the list. So I'm about to start it soon.
Feels good, doesn't it?
I could be starting it either later today or tomorrow.
Awesome.
I have to say something. Christian, when he has books, he read the books. And they finish like really new, all the pages really new. And when I have the book, my book finished like I don't know, really mess. I'm just writing books and my page is just like it's really funny because we are like two opposite.
Yeah.
But we love to read. I mean, I'm start reading more now. So
I'm like you, Elba. I write all over my books. They're textbooks to me.
Right, I love it too. Okay, I don't feel so bad. Yeah, I love it too. I say, Christian, can I write this book? No, this not. No, that's mine.
Well, usually the thing is, like on the hardcover books, I'm really careful with them. I don't know why. It's just something that I've had since I was a kid. Like the hardcover books, I really take care of them. But if they're paperbacks, then it's kind of like, oh, these are notebooks. I look at them as notebooks. But the hardcover ones, it's like I'm like, oh no, this is a special book, so I gotta take care of it.
I understand. So, darling, how's your week been?
It's going great. Actually, I started on Sunday using the Insta Builder, and I was having a blast with it because, like I mentioned in the group, I created like a whole funnel real quick in like less than 10 minutes. Even creating the campaign within GetResponse and everything, and it was so easy to do it. I was like, wow, this is just so incredible. And then I started showing Alba, and that's why she's excited about it. Because
hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Because for me, it's so difficult. Making the capture page and the video and the bridge and the code and my mind. I mean, most of the time I start and I just my mind just blow. I get frustrated. I get mad. I cry. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so ridiculous. So, but when I start using the Insta Builder, it's so simple. It's the simple thing ever. You just drag, and then the calls, Christian showed me, when you have to go to the GetResponse or the Aweber and get your call and put it back. A simple step, but for you make your capture page and your bridge video and all that is for me, it's pretty simple now.
And the best part too is that for like the bridge page videos and even videos, if you have a video on your capture page or whatnot, you can actually embed the code from your Empower Hosting. So you don't even have to have YouTube videos in there if you don't want to. So I mean, it's like, I mean, it's so simple. I don't even know how better to describe it. It's kind of like it's so simple. And so, like Alba was saying that before, she had a big struggle with it because every time I tried to teach her, it was like she already had this barrier up because she just was so frustrated with capture pages that it was hard for her to see it. But then with Insta Builder, it being so simple with drag and drop, and even the templates that it has, you just edit the templates there, eliminate what you don't want, keep what you do want, and set it up so easily that it's like we've overcome that obstacle, so that's good.
Awesome. I haven't even looked at it yet. I must jump in there.
Yeah, it's really awesome. I mean, it's like I said, it's just so simple to use, and it's just great. I really enjoy it.
You can do a squeeze page.
You can do split testing and all that stuff. I actually created a couple of funnels for my Instagram accounts. I redid the funnels, and actually I'm doing some split testing right now and everything. So we'll see how that goes in about 2 weeks. And then I actually created a money video also with the YouTube training. I created one. I think it was earlier last week. I got to create a couple more. I'm just trying to do some real good keyword research to get that down so I can start getting more traffic. I believe I am getting traffic already to one of my iPass funnels because I'm seeing in the stats, the campaign stats, I see some numbers specifically for that ID, that tracking ID. So no leads yet, but I see traffic. I see movement now. So
okay. Now, is that the traffic you're getting? Is it different to other YouTube videos you've done?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes, I'm actually getting more engagement. And I believe like the key part, like the secret sauce that Alex was saying with the video is the backlinking.
Yeah.
You know, because before that I really wasn't getting much engagement, but now I see more.
Yeah, yeah, and you'll find that it grows over time. Like I wanted him to go in and tweak some things, and we found one video that had 24,000 views. We're like, what? Like, what? We had no idea because we don't go and check these things, right? We just set them and forget them. We would just, just let them do their thing. So you will find that they will just increase in activity and that one's been around since 2013. But it's just like you've just got these little pieces of real estate all out there on the internet, and they just all start working just like they're supposed to. So if you're not getting big traffic in the beginning, don't worry about it because it will build and will build and will build. And I don't know how YouTube do this, but if you start picking on a kind of long tail keyword which is kind of in a theme, what you'll find is you then become the related video that YouTube sends the person to once they finish your video, which you wouldn't think would happen, right? But it does. Somehow they don't know that you're the same person, but they make you the related video. So it all goes around in a big circle. So well done for getting action.
One of my research on a keyword, I came across one of your videos. It was right there on the first page of YouTube, and it was like, hey, I think it was like from 2 years ago, 1 or 2 years ago, I think it was. And I was like, hey, this is cool, look. I showed Albert, it's like, look, there's a video of Erica right there. I think it was like number 4 or something like that in the first page of YouTube.
Oh, yay. And what's the subject?
It was, I think it was like, can you really make money blogging? Or it was related to that. It wasn't that specific keyword, but it was related to that. And because I think that's the one you used in the training, can you really make money blogging or something like that. So it was a variation of that. And your video came up, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
So it works. Love it, darling. Well, you guys are really super pumped, so I'm really excited. I'm excited that you're actually, implementing the stuff that we're teaching, and I promise you that money channel stuff, it gets results. It really, really works. So well done. And darling, anything else you want to share before we move along?
Well, the only thing is that now I haven't done the posting my blogs in groups and all that stuff, so I got to start implementing that too.
Me too. Yeah, that's really laser targeted, and especially when you do it in a way that other people are not doing it. Like everyone else is slamming their links and slamming their biz ops, right? And then you come in with a blog post with value that might actually teach people how to do something or just whatever. People respond to that big time because these guys are clueless and they are desperate. Clueless and desperate. You show up as the white shining knight, with your content. Like, I will teach you how to do blah 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 blah. They're like, oh my God, you're the holy grail. So yeah, just don't go in there trying to sell anything. Just go in there trying to, add massive value, and I promise you that strategy is just golden.
Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome, darlings. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing. You guys are so excited. And we're going to go over to Beth. Darling, come on out, sweetheart. How are you? I saw a cat's tail in front of your face a few moments ago. Did I?
Yes, you did. They're up and moving here this morning. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, darling. How's everything going?
I got clocks going off. It must be on the hour now here.
It is.
Yeah, so, well, let's see. Gosh, it's great to be last.
For a change?
No, I had a great week last week. Nothing to do with business, which was kind of fun, but I spent all day Thursday with my daughter. We went on a little road trip, and I don't know if you all saw it, but she is the recipient of what's called an embryo adoption. And so we went to meet our little grandbabies, 2 other siblings that another mother gave birth to. So it was just really awesome. So if anybody wants to know anything about that, she's very open about it, and maybe I'll blog about it someday, but right now, this is all her stuff. So, but anyway, so that was kind of fun. So I kind of lost a whole day last week, and I'm keeping up. That's, I guess, with the assignments, and that's my main goal right now. We're getting extremely busy at the greenhouse. I didn't realize how I really thought I could do this boot camp this time of year where I really wouldn't be bothered too much, and that's happening. But I'm finding that, you know, I'm now working full time at the greenhouse, about 7 to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. So it gets pretty intense, you know, as we go through the different seasons. So that's what I'm looking at. So I'm kind of with Carol too on all the puzzle stuff that I need to be doing, and I'm just kind of frustrated that I don't have the hours in the day to focus on this, but I'll get there. I'm just holding up here for the next 3-4 weeks that we have this boot camp. I guess it's 3 weeks now. I don't know what week we're in, but
yeah, we're in week 7, which means we've got 3 physical weeks to go.
Okay, so I'm going to make it through the boot camp because I am determined that that's my first main goal. Then I'm going to do some studying. I am going to go back. I haven't done the money videos. I haven't done, but I'm going to go back to the trainings that Alex did these last 2 weeks and really set some time aside, you know, where I can digest it and get it done. So I guess I'm a little bit different in the fact that it's going to take me longer, and you know, I have to realize that, and I'm there. I realize that, but anyway, that's it.
Well, the thing is, it's all about content creation. So like once you're done, it's there forever. Once your money videos are done, they're there forever, right?
Yeah.
So if you can find those hours where you can carve out, you know, like 60 minutes to do a money video, you do it one time, you upload it, it's there forever working for you. So it's just one of those things where and I know you're super, super busy, but it's about just finding that 60 minutes of peace where you can get your content out, right? For people who have massive budgets, you know, they have the luxury of just, you know, buying solo ads, buying a ton of clicks and just throwing money, right, at capture pages, and that's all good and well. But for a lot of people, we don't have thousands of dollars that we can just throw at traffic and see what sticks, right? So for us, our path is a little bit longer, but here's the upside. Our path is permanent. It's permanent. Yeah. Whatever you create today, it's still going to be out there in 5 years' time, 10 years' time, 20 years' time, working for you. So even though it might feel like it's taking a little bit longer, the flip side, the upside, is that it's permanent, right? Yeah. So if you are the other type, right, you got a ton of money and just throw it at traffic, that's not permanent. You know, if you want a business, you need to keep slamming those ads, right? Slamming that traffic, right? It's temporary. It's instantaneous but temporary. And what we're doing here is allowing you to build this massively strong foundation, this base that's permanent. So don't give yourself a hard time if you're not going as fast as you want to go. The point is, and the important point is that you're doing it anyway.
Well, and I know that, and I have gotten great feedback on my videos. I've got lots of people I don't know commenting, and last night was a long night. We had a industry meeting, and I got home at about 9 p.m. last night, and 2 people actually came up to me in that meeting and said, what is it that you're doing? You know, so I'm creating that, and I'm still struggling with, I guess, what do I say that I'm doing? How is it going to help them? You know, they're all business people themselves, and so,
okay.
You know,
now, here's the beautiful thing, which is what we're going to get into in just a few minutes. Like, a lot of you are kind of like, okay, so where are these videos going, and how do I tell people what I do, right? With this training, this is so exciting. With this training, right? So you're going to be working on your capture pages, right? And then you can just send them to a video of you talking, which is what we're going to teach you right now to do, right? So you've got these fantastic. This is going to be wonderful for you, Beth, because you're so time poor, you know, in the busy seasons. You'll be able to create a video in, like, what does it take you? 3 minutes to do a video, 2 minutes to upload it, and at the end of your video you can say, hey, if you want to learn more about what I'm doing, just check out the link below this video, right? And you're done. That's your marketing for the day. A quick 3-minute video, 2 minutes to upload, you've got a link, send it to the capture page, send it to your bridge video, boom, you're out of there. Done and dusted. And that's where we're getting you guys. That's where we're getting you to. This is why today's so exciting. So you'll be able to keep doing those Facebook vids, but have a little call to action, have a little hook at the end.
Perfect.
All right, done. Because I think a lot of people who really, really resonate with you, they would want to see you talking about the opportunity as opposed to Chris Jones, who they don't know, or David Wood, who they don't know. They want to hear you sell it. Do you know what I mean? So that's what we're going to be teaching you right now. So, Dan, anything else you want to share before we move along?
No.
Awesome.
Let's get to the training.
Awesome, darlings. Awesome. So let's now Mummy's got to work. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, I'm sharing my entire screen, and I am going to go. Where am I going? I am going to this one. All right, darlings. Can you guys see my screen? If someone can yell out, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
You can. Awesome, darlings. And in the Facebook group, for those of you watching from the Facebook group, if you can just leave a note in there that you can see my screen as well. And then if someone on the panel can let me know that the people in the Facebook group can see. So, darlings, let's get to business. Okay, so here's the thing. When you are in a business opportunity like this, if you send people directly to the Empower Network or the iPass sales video, you are just like everybody else, okay? And what we are wanting you to be is completely unique, completely different, and we want you to stand out from the noise. You're going to hear me say this. You probably heard me say it for the last 7 weeks, and you'll hear me say it right up to the end of this boot camp. We want you standing out so that when people hit anything that you've produced, they're going to go, wow, this guy, this girl, she's really different. Let me check out what she's doing, okay? One of the reasons why I really impress upon you in the beginning is to understand your target audience is because this is where you're going to start talking to them, okay? It's in your bridge video. You may have 3 or 4 different types of target audiences, and you're going to want to hit them all in one video if you can, because there are going to be segments of your video that will speak a little bit different to different audiences that are going to be watching your bridge video. So in this presentation, I think there's like 100 and something slides, but I'll do it as fast as I possibly can. I'm going to show all of the different ways that Alex and I tried to hit as many small little niche markets within our major target audience as we possibly could to relate to as many people as we can. Now, the purpose of these bridge videos is to bridge your prospects from your ad, your capture page, or whatever, to your business opportunity. We are putting you in front of it because at the end of the day, your prospects, the people you are speaking to, they join you. They don't join Dave Wood. They don't join Chris Jones. They don't join companies.
Excuse me,
Yes, my darling. Yes.
The Facebook group says I can't see you, I don't think.
Oh, oopsie.
They see my lovely face, they said.
Oh, did I not change a setting? Thank you so much for jumping out. Oh! Oh, look at me. I'm such a ning-nong. All right, so Facebook land. Darlings, can you let us know if you can see my screen now? That was my bad. I didn't click back. So Jerry's in the Facebook. Oh, darlings, well, lovely to see you here, sweetie. Elizabeth's here. Maylee Loon is here. Who else is here? Jerry's there. Awesome, darlings. So if you can just pop a note in there that you guys can see my screen now. So where was I? Okay, so what we did, this is the first bridge video we ever did, and I must say, without word of a lie, it's the most successful one we ever did. What we did was, if you guys remember, David Wood released a sales video about 18 months ago, 2 years ago, maybe 2 years ago, and I completely transcribed that entire bridge video, and I tweaked it to me. Okay, so I highly recommend that you play this training part. You can. Okay, Kim, can we still not see my screen? So, darlings in the Facebook group, can you just let me know if you can see my screen now, because you should be able to see it.
Yeah, two people.
Now we see. Yeah. Awesome, awesome. Thank you, darling. I just saw Kim's note. Oh, yay. Okay, awesome. We're on track. Okay. So I recommend when you're watching the replay of this, literally stop, copy, tweak, whatever you want to, because I stopped, copied, and tweaked everything Dave Wood did. So this is not entirely my own content. This is me tweaking what Dave Wood did, and in my opinion, you've heard me say this many, many times, if the gurus are making it work, then take it. It's like Picasso. Picasso said he never invented everything. He stole everything and tweaked it, okay? So as marketers, we don't have a lot of time to have a massive learning curve. So what I strongly recommend you do is when you see something that's working for someone else, take it, tweak it, make it yours. There's absolutely zero originality in this industry. We are all master tweakers, okay? So with that being said, let me show you how I tweak this. who is my target audience? My target audience for this campaign, this was running for a Facebook ad, they're Kiwis, okay? And the best way I'm ever going to get a rapport with Kiwis is to mention New Zealand in the very, very first slide, show a barbecue, and show me drinking wine, having a barbecue, okay? I'm hitting all of those Kiwi reference points that people just know is like a Kiwi thing. So your opening shot needs to say a lot about you, okay? It needs to really talk about who you are. First thing, my name is Erica Udano. I'm from Napier, New Zealand. So I've hammered in where I'm from, and I've also deliberately put in the small town that I'm from so that people know that I'm not an internet fake actor pretending I'm from New Zealand. I really am from New Zealand. Only people from New Zealand would know about a town called Napier, right? I'm building authenticity from the very first slide. The next way I'm building authenticity is proving to them that, hey, I am in love with our rugby team. Okay, this shot was taken in the World Cup 4 years ago, and we put little tattoos over our faces, and this immediately identifies us as All Black supporters. Now, why would I say, along with my staunch All Black supporting husband, Alex? Because when they get to hear him in videos and get to meet him, they're going to hear that he's got a funny accent, right? So what I'm trying to do is bridge the fact that, no, he's not a Kiwi, but he is a staunch All Black supporting husband, Alex. So you've got to look at the things that you are showing and make sure that everything is congruent. The last thing I wanted people to do was hear him start talking and go, oh, she's a liar, he's not from New Zealand, okay? So always be thinking of the objections your audience may be having and find subtle ways to embed, to overcome those objections in your slides, okay? Next one. We want you to pay attention as you watch this. If you remember the very first sales video that I'm talking about that Dave Wood did, he would say this a lot: pay attention, pay attention, pay attention, okay? You will also notice that I've used different colors for different things. David Wood is very, very clever at using hypnotic language and embedding commands. What he did in the sales video was basically everything that was an embedded command was in baby blue. I don't know why he used that color, but I used it as well, and it was bolded. So it's an embedded command. Pay attention. The next slide, because as you pay attention in the next few minutes, as you know from Toby and Layla's training last week, as you pay attention, this is hypnotic languaging, because as you pay attention in the next few minutes, we're going to show you exactly how blah, 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 blah. Now, this slide does need to be updated because, as you know, the comp plan has changed, but this was relevant back in the day. One legal term, darlings, I want you to be very, very aware of. If you are talking numbers of any kind whatsoever, you must say earn up to. This is legal speak. You can't say you can earn $25, you can earn $100, you can earn blah, blah, blah. You must say, yeah, earn up to. This is an FTC regulation, so please make sure that you are including that in your typesetting when you're doing this stuff, okay? So we're going to show you exactly how you earn blah, blah, blah. Next slide. And eventually create a six-figure income online just like we did. Now, darlings, if you have not created a big income result yet, don't worry about it. Change the slide out for something like, talk about the results other people have received and gained, you know, and eventually create, you know, a six-figure income like so many people in this industry have. Do you know what I mean? Always be leveraging, if you don't have your own income story yet, always be leveraging the results of other people who have already done it. And you've got to remember, Alex and I, we started with no income story, so basically I think we were leveraging the results, who were we leveraging the results of? I think we're actually talking about our sponsors, what they'd done. Yeah, I think we were talking about Toby and Layla's results, you know, had that earned millions of dollars, and I think we had images of them with their tattoos and stuff like that, so it was like, wow, these guys made millions of dollars, and we're like, yeah, and we're following their footsteps, that kind of stuff. So please don't get hung up on whether or not you have a story yet, an income story, because there are so many people that do. Leverage their results. And of course, the minute you start talking about money, you must have an income disclosure. That is, that's it, period. Okay, that's all I can say about that. Please do not think you can get away with not having an income disclosure. The FTC is so big on this right now. Well, they always have been, but they're looking for anything, and the compliance department and Power Network is so strong that if they find you, they will reach out to you and say, change this, do that. They find everything. So please don't think that you're invisible. You are very visible if you're an affiliate with Empower. They'll be checking everything. Okay, so here we go. But before we show you blah, blah, blah. So what we're doing here is we are creating an open loop. But before we show you how to do blah, 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 now I want to tell them a story, okay? I've created an open loop because I want them to stay to the end of the video, because throughout all of this video, I want to be building trust, building rapport, connecting with them. So now I'm going to tell a little bit of a backstory about us. And what I want to be doing in the backstory is making us as relatable as possible. Okay, so what was I saying? We want to take you back a few years and share with you how we became blah, 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 because like so many people making money online today, we had nothing. This is in bold and in red, because chances are most of the people watching your video also are going to have zero skills coming in. Our target audience are professional people who've never looked at this industry before. So what we're wanting to do here is bridge the gap of it's okay to have no skills, because we didn't either, okay? So like so many people making money online today, we had nothing in our set of skills that would have indicated that we could have made this possible. In fact, it would have seemed impossible back then. So here's just a little bit about me. So now what I'm doing is I'm reminding them that we had zero skills, we came from no technical background, and now I'm giving them the big backstory so they get to know my roots, so they can connect with me on a deeper level. So I'm talking about, if anyone at this point still didn't trust that I was a Kiwi, they would see this image. I'm in my gumboots, I've got my swan dry on, I'm on the farm, and what am I wearing? I'm wearing my trusty hat that I've worn for the last 4 years. It's like a signature for me. If you can somehow find a way to embed a signature into all of your videos, that makes things very, very congruent, because they're like, oh my God, there's that girl with the hat again, there's the girl with the boss hat. I don't know if I could ever throw this hat away, unfortunately, because I started wearing it when we first started, and then people just started associating the hat with me. So they're going to see this black hat everywhere I go, okay? Now, one of the objections we got early on was the fact that, oh, you travel so much, therefore you wouldn't be able to support me. So what I decided I had to do was overcome that objection right in the beginning and deal with it, right? So how do I do that? I tell people, hey, I've been traveling since I was 16. Okay, so they know that's part of my personality. I am a traveler. This will also appeal to travelers, but it will also kind of overcome the objection of, oh, you travel so much, you can't support me. So they kind of know that I've always been a traveler, and of course now we make a big deal of the fact that we are very permanently based because we have a dog. But anyway, an appreciation that my life would never be normal again. Why do I say my life would never be normal again? The reason normal is highlighted is because no one who gets into this industry is normal, okay? They want to be outside of normal. So I'm kind of allowing them to feel okay with not being normal, okay? I never wanted a normal life. Played around with a few jobs in my early 20s, but nothing could hold my attention for long. This is a very, very strategic post, because what I'm really highlighting here is the fact that I'm psychologically unemployable, maybe like you. Maybe you don't like having a job either. Okay, so I'm trying to really, really build that allegiance with people who don't want to have a job, right? So I simply knew that I was not cut out to work for other people. I started my own business in my mid-20s, and that's when I got the entrepreneurial bug. So what I'm now doing is segueing into the fact that I have always had this business bent. Because people want to know, how did you get from where you were to what you're doing now? They want to trust that if they join you in your business, that you have some kind of, business affinity. And all of you guys, you've all got the entrepreneurial bug. Okay, so try and find a way to tweak that into your presentation there. I knew from that moment on that no matter what happened, I would only ever be happy working for myself. Only problem was, okay, so now we are putting a fly in the ointment. Okay, because there's got to be that antagonistic point that causes something else to happen, that causes you to make the decision to go online, right? So the only problem was the business I've created had me stuck working 68 hours a week, selling stuff I didn't like. When you see stuff in red, what I noticed Dave Wood was doing was a lot of the negative stuff was bolded and highlighted in red. So the idea I could pull from that was that he really wanted to stick that pain point home. Okay, so think about that when you're creating your. Oh, one other thing I want to say too is make sure all of your stuff is really, really centered. When you are watching a PowerPoint presentation like this, you don't want someone's eye jumping up, jumping down, jumping up, jumping down. That's really painful, and they'll stop watching. So the text has to be completely centered on every single slide, so the eye just lazily keeps watching from slide to slide to slide. Okay, so I created a massive headache. I hadn't created the freedom I was looking for. I created a high-stress job working for myself. So what we're doing here is we're really bringing home the fact that these people are already looking for a business, but most businesses really do tie you down. They do take 60 to 80 hours a week of your life away, and they do create a lot of stress. Okay, so these people are looking for a business, they're looking to make extra money, and I'm really highlighting the fact that you don't want a normal business. Okay, you want something a little bit different. 6 years later, cruise ships came calling. Little did I know that'd be the beginning of my biggest adventure ever. Finally, I was able to marry my entrepreneurial spirit with a sense of adventure, traveling, blah, 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 blah. Life was beautiful. I met my husband. We had the fairy tale wedding. Again, this slide is very deliberate. Again, even at this point, if people still don't believe I'm a Kiwi, they will now, because they see that, you know, we had our wedding at this very, you know, well-known winery, blah, blah, blah. Okay? Little did I know that our fairy tale life was about to hit the skids. People want to know what made you get into this business. Okay? So there's got to be a massive turning point. Okay, for us, of course, it was the fact that, you know, we were making no money. So I'm explaining where we came from, and I'm building the story. We're working on cruise ships as art auctioneers, proof, photograph. We had a great career, incredible life. We had no reason to look into any other ventures. Embedded command, look into other ventures. Okay, that's bolded in blue for a reason. Look into other ventures. People don't even know people are not aware that they are reading hypnotic language, but if you bold stuff like that, it slips into the subconscious without them even knowing. Okay, so now I'm looking into other ventures. Now I'm looking into other ventures. Okay. After 2008, things started to go downhill, gradually at first, and then catastrophically. If you are reading a negative slide, it took me a while to do this one. I think this took me about 3 or 4 takes. Make sure that you're not smiling at the bad points. When I listened back to my PowerPoint presentation, I realized that I was really, really happy on this slide. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Like, this was a really, really bad time. So make sure when you are reading your PowerPoint presentation that you do have the emotions that relate to that slide. Okay, so something like this and then catastrophically, like, you've got to be just a little bit dramatic. My first reading, I was happy on everything, then I realized that my tone was just wrong. Okay, by 2011 it got so bad that we were actually dipping into our savings to pay for our job. Let me repeat that. We were paying out of our own pocket to have a job. So whatever your pain points are, make it really intense. Okay, so there has to be a reason that you started looking for something different, and whatever that pain point is, really highlight it. Like, for us, it was this. Like, we were paying to have a job. That's just nuts, right? So where am I going? Ooh, where am I? So then I explained, you know, commission only, when the money's not coming in, you know, the money still had to be paid out. We had staff and expenses. All of it was coming out of our own pocket. Here's your turning point. Okay, the turning point came when we opened up a commission check for $9.38 for a week's work that then had to be divided in 2. This is a sentence that you will hear me say on any interview I ever do. Anything where I'm saying something public. If someone's asking for our story, I will say this sentence over and over and over again. Congruency, my darlings, in everything that you do is so powerful. I've just finished reading a book. I strongly recommend it. What's it called? It's called All Marketers Are Liars, slashed through the word liars, storytellers, by Seth Godin. I strongly recommend you grab it. He talks about this authenticity. From the minute you turn up as a marketer, authenticity is key. Everything you say must be congruent. And we've been saying this one sentence since 2011. Our story will never change. The reason that some marketers really fail is that they lie, then they can't remember their stories, and then, you know, their credibility is out the window and no one trusts them, right? So authenticity is so key. If you get one sentence that really explains your pain point, use it over and over and over again, so that when you're called up to speak, people already kind of know the words that are going to come out of your mouth because they've always been coming out of your mouth. Okay, so this is our turning point. Everyone knows it. You know, proof, commission check, $9.38, and that's when we said enough is enough. Okay, we've been looking online for a little while to try and find alternate ways to bring in here's the embedded command: find alternate ways to bring in an income. Okay, I'm commanding them to find an alternate way to bring in an income. We were looking at traditional businesses and not so traditional businesses. The only problem with traditional businesses was that it was like buying a job where we would have had massive overheads, massive stress, and no guarantee of success. So again, what I'm reinforcing here is you don't want to have a regular business. You don't want to go and buy a restaurant. You don't want to go and buy a coffee shop. You don't want to go and buy a franchise, okay? You want something like this. We looked at franchises, but the major problem there was when you crunch the numbers and work out how much you want to make annually, you need to multiply that number by 5, and that's how much a franchise costs. So we started looking more into the not-so-traditional businesses. So now what I'm doing is I'm bridging the gap between what normal people do, is go and start a normal business, right, to the not-so-traditional businesses. I'm segueing in from normal brick and mortars to the online world, okay? And I talk about the fact that we did try multi-level marketing. Now, why would I mention this? Because I want to appeal to multi-level marketers and network marketers who might be looking at this as an alternative to what they're doing. We didn't try it for long, it just didn't work for us, right? But I still want people to know that we tried it so we have some kind of understanding of what it was all about. We chose a travel MLM because we love to travel. So when we opened that commission check for $9.38, we took the bull by the horns and said, let's do it. We quit our jobs, walked off the ship, returned home to New Zealand. Again, I'm using that word New Zealand. I didn't just say we went home, okay, because I'm really appealing to a specific target audience. So we returned home determined to create a massive success story fast. We were so passionate, we had 100% belief that everyone was going to love what we're bringing home with us. Now what I'm doing is I'm really kind of slamming the MLM world, so forgive me, darlings, because in this one, it didn't work for us. I'm not saying that it doesn't work, but it was so painful, and I have to introduce the idea of why we left the offline world to go online. Because if they're in any kind of pain with their offline business, I want them to go, oh my God, we're going to follow what they did and we're going to go online. Okay, so we registered a company, we set up a home office, we printed business cards and flyers, and we were open for business within a few weeks. Only problem was we had no warm market to work with, we didn't know anyone in New Zealand, blah, 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 blah. Okay, you guys know the story. So we did the next best thing to find leads offline, trade show. Okay, so now I'm really pushing home the pain that this MLM thing was just horrible. So we spent money on signs. We sat in this booth for 5 days. Just horrible, just horrible. It was painful, and I'm really, really emphasizing how horrible that world was for us. Okay, so we were trapped selling stuff that no one wanted, and that's how we ended up online. What I have wanted to explain in the last 73 slides is how did Alex and Erica from New Zealand get from cruise ships to online? I don't want people to think that we just turned up and, hey, we want to make some money. I want them to understand the journey of what brought us here, the story. We're telling a story. In this book, again, that book is called All Marketers Are Liars / Through Liars Storytellers. Seth Godin, he really pushes this home that the best marketers tell the best stories. Okay, you've got to be a storyteller. Facts do not sell. Stories sell. So what I've done in the last 73 slides is I've built up a story. Okay, and I am hoping that by this point, people are with me in the story. And they're like, oh my God, how did it end up for these guys? Okay, so we wanted to find a way to get leads online for a multi-level marketing business so that we would never have to tackle an offline market again. And all I can say now is thank goodness for the trade show. You know, if we hadn't felt the intense pain of doing that show, we never would have looked for another way. Okay? Again, we're embedding the command, look for another way. We found a 3-step, so as you know, this funnel is going straight to Empower Network. We found a 3-step simple money system that taught us how to market anything online. Now, darlings, write this down. When you are creating a bridge video, I strongly recommend you work from the end backwards. So what I strongly recommend is that you watch the sales video you're going to be sending people to. You write down some key points from that company sales video, whether it's EN, IFAS, whatever, and you use lines from that sales video in your bridge video. You work backwards, and the reason for this is congruency. Because once they've watched your bridge video, you're going to send them to the sales video. And when the sales video says the same stuff that you've been saying in your bridge video, they're like, oh, okay, because they're hearing the same stuff over and over again. So before you start creating your own bridge video, watch your company's sales video first and take content from it and put it into your bridge video. That's called congruency. Okay, it doesn't get any better than that. So, of course, we found a 3-step simple money system that taught us how to market anything online. That came straight from the sales video of that day. Okay. And by following this 3-step simple money system all the way, we went on to create blah, 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 blah. Okay, and then you have to build in your own success story here, or again, leverage the results of other people. Again, this is just talking more about our story, blah, 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 blah. And talking, this is just, you guys are going to have to build your own story around this, okay? And our business took off. And now, if you have results, any type of results, this is where you want to put them in, okay? And it could be, you started getting leads, or you got a sale here and there, whatever. If you already have some type of results, this is where you're going to be putting them in, okay? Because you want to be proving that the system you're in is working, okay? So I'm just going to go through this because it's more of a story. Okay, so now we're at the point where we're sharing, what this business opportunity has done for us, okay? So we're traveling the world again. And you guys, if you're going to events, you would put the fact that you're traveling the world, you're going to events and take photos of, have photos of yourself showing you in the different, venues that we've been to. It's part of our story. Okay, and we're living life on our terms. This is something that's really, really important in your bridge videos, is that you have to really get the message through that having your own business means you're the boss, okay? So we're living life on our terms. People want freedom, and freedom comes in so many different forms. It's not just financial freedom, it's personal freedom as well. So you really need to push that message home that having your own business is about being your own master, the master of your own destiny. Okay, so we're living life on our terms. And we're here to share with you that if you're sitting there right now thinking, I can't do that, you're so wrong. Because at this point, people are probably thinking, oh, well, it's good enough for them, blah, blah, blah. They're going to be having this yeah, but story, right? So again, you're overcoming an objection. You know that they're going to be saying, yeah, but it's all good for you because you had this or you had that or whatever. No, this is for everyone. You can do anything you set your mind to doing. And we're going to give you our blueprint so you don't have to do it alone. What's the blueprint? The blueprint's the system. Whether you're going to iPass or EN, the blueprint is the system. So don't think you have to go and write a blueprint, okay? Okay, what am I saying? You can do anything you set your mind to doing, and we're going to give you our blueprint so you don't have to do it alone like we had to. We believe that financial prosperity is your birthright, and we believe that when you lock up, now where did we get this from? It's all through the sales video. Lock arms with us and join our team now. Join our team now. You'll be able to start succeeding just like we did. You see, the number one reason people fail to make money online is they don't have the right system, they don't have the right blueprint, and they don't have anyone around them who believes in them. Okay, so who believes in them? You believe in the person watching your video. Okay, we already believe that you can do this. How? Because we did it, and we're not special. This is a really, really important point. Anyone who is successful in any of these businesses, no one's special. Like, everyone puts their pants on the same way. Everyone started at zero. Okay, everyone starts at zero. We had zero skills when we started in this business. We didn't have a Facebook account. So embed in here all of the things that you didn't know either. A lot of you guys are more advanced getting started than Alex and I when we got started, but these are all the things that we didn't have, okay? We had no clue what blogging was. We didn't have a warm market. We didn't have a list. We had nothing. We just, okay, had a burning desire to break free. We were just determined that we were going to work it all out and make it work, okay? So we've completely turned our lives around, and it's your turn now. Hit the link below this video and learn about the 3-step money system, okay? This was repeated all the way through that video, the 3-step simple money system that is going to take you from where you are right now to where you want to be. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter where you've come from. It doesn't matter what your background is. Anyone can build this business. And I believe this with all my heart and soul. I believe this. I could not say this out loud to anybody if I did not believe it was true. And the reason why I believe it's true is because we did it, okay? And we had, our story, okay? Anyone can build this business. So hit the link below this video right now. Okay, double command, hit the link right now. And see the 3-step simple money system that will set you free. We made it. This is really, really powerful, okay? You've got to include this bit. We made a decision when we saw a page just like the one you're on right now to follow a 3-step simple money system. And because we made a decision, we got to not only live life on our terms, but we get to help others do the same too. Financial prosperity is your birthright. I'm repeating that. The only thing missing for you right now is a three-step money system, a three-step simple money system that works. So hit the link below this video right now and discover the three-step simple money system for yourself. What am I saying over and over and over again? The three-step simple money system, three-step simple money system. It's like a chant, okay? Because I want them going to bed tonight thinking, oh my God, what is that three-step simple money system? Oh my God, I need to know what that thing is, right? It's like a chant. So you've said hit the link about 3 times. Please, please, please understand that your people watching your sales presentations need about 3 commands to do something. Don't think just because you told them once that they're going to do it. Okay, you got to tell them over and over and over and over again. Okay, so hit the link below this video right now and discover the 3-step simple money system for yourself. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. So again, I'm telling them again, hit the link. Okay, it may seem repetitive and you may feel like you're kind of like weird doing this all over and over again, but they need to be told all the time. If you watch any really super successful sales funnel presentation, they do this over and over again. It's like they keep telling you. It feels like they've told you 20 times, and by the end you're like so exhausted you just go and hit the link to see what's going on, right? The ordinary average Joes have been using to totally transform their lives. It's your turn now. Hit the okay, hit the link again, and work with us. We're serious about your success. Okay, so that was the final slide in this one. Now, this one took about 12 minutes to do, and it took me a while because I kept, my voice was wrong and I was doing the wrong emotions in the wrong place. Your bridge videos do not have to be that long, but I wanted to show you this one so you saw all of the nuts and bolts of the most successful bridge video we ever did. This thing converted with our New Zealand market like crazy. Okay, it was just phenomenal. So now what I want to do is show you really, really quickly how we took that exact same video and broke it down to 3 minutes. Okay, it's the exact same video, but we broke it down to 3 minutes. We have, gosh, 20, 25, 30, I don't know. We've got more than 20 sales videos just like this, and what we've done is we've taken the nuts and bolts from the first one and embedded it into different variations because it worked, okay? So let me just, I didn't realize I didn't have that on full screen for you guys. Sorry about that. So let me just show you how we took that big long one and made a short one. We wanted to try Alex doing his own video, targeting a different audience, male audience, younger audience that were a bit on the adventurous side. Okay, so you'll see exactly how we've taken the big one and made it a really, really quick one. So my name is Alex. Not that long ago, I was a stressed out commissioning salesperson, stuck in a job I hated, and look, he looked bored. Okay, he looked really, really passionately bored. My wife and I used to work on cruise ships selling art, and to be totally honest with you, the only reason I stuck it out was for the travel. So we were going for an adventure market, a young, almost not quite a backpacker market, but we were going for an adventure tourist, blogging, travel, adventure kind of seeker, 25 to 35 male group of people. Every day was another port and another adventure. One day I'd be scuba diving in Cozumel, next day I'd be surfing in Totola with my mates, and after that I'd be bungee jumping in Acapulco. So what we did was we took video, a big part of photographs from our time on ships to resonate with that kind of adventure-seeking audience. And as exciting as all that sounds, deep down I was miserable. Okay, see that negative? Miserable. Where's my mouse here? Miserable. Red, bolded. You see, at the end of every action-packed day, I knew I had to go back to the ship and put on a suit and tie with a big fake smile, and I hated it. What we were trying to target here was guys that didn't want to be working jobs. They wanted to be out having a great life. So we're really, really pushing that pain point of jobs suck, right? It just wasn't me. Every single time I tightened that tie around my neck, it felt like I was strangling myself with a noose. It got so bad that eventually I didn't even want to do the things I love to do anymore. I was so depressed. I don't know how you feel about the job you have right now, but I really despised mine. And one day, I'd simply had enough. I couldn't do it anymore. So basically what we're saying is we're really talking to an audience of guys who just want to throw in their jobs. They don't want to be, plumbers anymore. They don't want to be carpenters. They don't want to, whatever it is that they're doing, they don't want to be doing that anymore. So now we're building the story. So instead of hitting the beaches, I started hitting the internet cafes. I was a man on a mission. I started searching online for ways to make money so I could get myself and my wife off ships forever. He had to mention me because eventually people are going to find out that he's married. I searched for 3 years, and then finally one day my wife and I found something. It wasn't quite what we were looking for. The reason we put that line in there is simply because if people find out that we did MLM before, we wanted them to hear it from us before we wanted them to hear it from us before they heard it from anywhere else. And again, it's all about congruency. If people hear a story later on that doesn't match up the first story they heard about you, it sends a negative signal, okay? So it wasn't quite what we were looking for, but it led us to what we're doing now. And thanks to finding the right mentors at the right time, we were able to quit our jobs and start living the same exciting life, but without the depressing job. Again, another really, really depressing picture of Alex at work. So if you're looking for a lifestyle of freedom and excitement without the chains of a 9-to-5 job, then I want to introduce you to my mentor, a guy who has enabled me to transform my life into the life of my dreams. This is really, really important why you should watch the sales video first. If you know exactly where you are directing your people to in your bridge video, you can talk about the guy who has enabled me to transform my life into the life of my dreams. Because at this point, I believe that Dave Sharp had left, so now it was all Dave Wood. So we changed the videos to, basically say, hey, you're going to meet one guy instead of, my mentors. Now I get to do what I want, when I want, with who I want, every single day. And look, I'm not going to lie to you, with what we do now, the money's great. Why we say this is we don't want people to think that money is our only objective. We really want people to feel that we want them to have a lifestyle. It's not just about the money. And we do that in a lot of our marketing because I think this whole make money, make money, make money thing is such a dead beaten horse, and I think people are so turned off by it. We have to mention it because people need to know that money is there, but we don't want them to think that that's our main motive, okay? The money's great, and then we talk about the income results we had back then, blah, 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 but it's not about the money. It's about what you can do with the money. If I want to goof off and go to the pool on a Monday, that's exactly what I'll do. If I want to go off to the mountains on a Wednesday with my family, that's exactly what I'll do. If I want to play tennis on a Friday, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So again, we're really embedding that whole lifestyle thing. It's not about making money. It's not having, numbers in the bank. It's about what you can do with your life. Like what would you do with your life if money was no object? What would you really do? That's a big, big, powerful question. And that is a far more exciting question to ask someone than, hey, how do you feel about making 10K a month? It's nothing. It's just a number. It has no meaning. But when you can show people what's possible, it's like, oh, man, yeah, I'd love to do that, So let me ask you this question. If money were no object, what would you do with your life? Click the yellow button below this video and pay close attention to what my mentor has to say. This video will change your life the same way it changed mine. Click the yellow button below, and I'll see you on the other side. All right, my darlings? So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I know I've been doing a lot of talking, and now it's time to see if you guys are still awake. I see you are. No one fell asleep and no one left me. All right, my darlings, so questions. I know that was a big one. It took me about, 45 minutes, yeah. So, darlings, questions. I know I went through that really, really fast, but I did that on purpose so that you can go back and watch the replay because you're going to want to take so many sections of that text and use it in your own bridge videos and steal as much as you want, darlings. Like I said in the beginning, Picasso stole everything. I tweaked that long presentation. I tweaked that entirely from David Wood's presentation. By show of hands, who remembers that sales video I'm referring to that David Wood did? Yeah, you know the one, right? And David Wood said it was the best thing he ever did. So I'm like, well, if David Wood said it's the best thing he ever did, I'm going to copy it, and it worked. Okay, I'm not gonna try and make stuff up because we all learn from the best, right? So that's what I did. So steal whatever you want and just tweak it to fit you. Find a way to put your passions in it. Yes, we have a question. Leonie,
you can hear me?
Yes, yeah. Darling. Speak.
Yeah, the Alex one was great. That sort of fitted into to my sort of market really closely and that sort of thing. That sounds really powerful one.
Awesome.
And the one I saw of you was, of course, a shortened version of the original as well.
Awesome. And I showed you the two different ones so you don't think, oh, my God, I have to do a 12-minute PowerPoint presentation. No, you can do a really nice, quick, short one. You can make it 3 minutes. That was for a specific campaign that really demanded a long explanation, right? But those short ones, 3-minute ones, are fantastic. I think for an American audience, I don't think I would do one over 3 minutes. That one that Alex did to that travel audience, I mean, that killed it with leads. I mean, we were on Facebook, we were getting, oh my God, 100, 200 leads a day for 6 cents a day. Like, it killed it.
Wow.
It killed it. It just killed it. That one killed it. So don't think you got to do a big long one, right? That was a nice, short, sweet one, and it just hit the sweet spot. Because, again, this is why we talk about going for your laser target audience. We knew exactly who we were going for, that age group, 25 males, 25 to 35. You know, they like snowboarding. They like, what were the, it was adventure something, it was travel blogging, it was, yeah, snowboarding, mountain climbing. Like, we really nailed it. Like, we just zoned right in. And, of course, you know, we just made sure that the pictures all related to that audience. So, you know, Leonie, just create stuff that really speaks to your target audience. You know, have shots of Wellington, have shots of New Zealand. You've done a lot of traveling around New Zealand. You know, you've done a lot of, you know, driving up to, you know, Taupo and Rotorua and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so bring that in there.
I mean, one of the ones that caught me there was the fact that the mentor. So, of course, for my mentor, I use you, or if I'm using the iPads videos, it's obviously Chris Jones. Because
now, that's really awesome. That's really awesome, Leonie, because being that I'm your sponsor, you can say, my sponsor from New Zealand did blah, 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 blah. Do you know what I mean? And that really is like, okay, so it's not just Leonie doing it, but her sponsor did it, and she's from New Zealand, and she made this work. Wow, there must be something in here. But what's really, really cool is that your people, Leonie, will not look at joining me because your sponsor's on the other side of the world. Why would you join someone on the other side of the world? Do you know what I mean? And really push that home, you know, to my sponsor team listening to this, you know, really make out you don't want to, no, she's on the other side of the world. Oh, my God, you know. I know that sounds really weird because, of course, we are, you know, one click away. But don't think for a minute that if you use me as a reference point for something that's working, don't think that would mean that someone would come to me. No, absolutely not. They are buying you. And I remember when we promoted Toby and Layla a lot in some of our first stuff, people that didn't resonate with Toby and Layla. They resonated with us because we'd attracted them to our ad, right? So that's a great thing for you to do to prove that, you know, a Kiwi did make this work. So really, if I was you, I'd be hammering home that whole New Zealand angle for sure.
Yeah, so that's what I'm going to be working on, and also I think my pain point is the fact that we were both made redundant.
And that's huge news. And you know what? You know, I've got another sales video I did that you know, has pulled out cuttings from the newspaper of the crash and how it affected people. Man, if you pull out the New Zealand Herald and you actually pull out some of the redundancy newspaper clippings and you put that in your PowerPoint, people are like, oh, yeah, I can relate. A lot of people can relate to that. That's a huge pain point. Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's given me a lot of ideas now, because I mean, I saw the original 12-minute one, I think, and yeah, that's good, it's long, it's got everything it needs in it, but how am I going to put my stuff in?
Yeah.
The 3-minute one works well.
Absolutely, and it probably would even work more powerfully as well, because it's like, bam, 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 this is who I am, and then, of course, segue into, and now I'd like to introduce you to my mentor, which again is why it's so really, really important to watch the company sales video first, so you know where are you sending them to, and this is what we're talking about with congruency. It all has to flow. It has to flow from the capture page to your bridge video to your sales video, so everything's like, it just makes sense.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Darlings, anyone else got any questions, any feedback, any?
I have one.
Yes,
I think I know this answer, but are you always leading your where you're sending them to the iPads?
I was up until about 4 months ago. I started playing around with Empower again. Up until then, everything for the last 2 years has been going. Oh, no, when did iPass start? Whenever iPass started big time, everything went straight to iPass. But now I'm playing around with both. Like I'm doing some long-tail keywords on blogging, and what I'm doing is I'm sending people straight to sales videos me, and then straight to a join link to Klaatu. So I'm playing around with that thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So guys, any other questions on the panel? Carol, yes, darling?
Yeah, Erica, this is a very basic question, but I'm assuming that you're using the PowerPoint rather than just a straight video because you're hitting two senses. Is that right? The visual as well as the audio?
Absolutely, darling, and I meant to mention that. Thank you for reminding me. Absolutely. The reason why I don't put myself... Okay, there's two reasons why I don't put myself on the sales video. First one is I forget my words. And I feel really dumb when I forget my words, right? And it's like originally I was trying to memorize my speech, and I looked silly, and I looked forced, right? So what I did was I wrote out my entire sales video, and I started reading it out loud to remind myself what the words were, and I'm like, well, why don't I just read it from a PowerPoint like everyone else does one? And that's how all this started, because I felt so awkward trying to do my own sales video and trying to remember my embedded commands and yada yada yada. And I'm like, oh my god, I can have so much fun by just doing a sales video like on a PowerPoint presentation. So I'm actually going to give you a cheat sheet. Alex did a quick little training. It's like 8 minutes, a quick little training video on exactly how to read over a PowerPoint presentation and just using ScreenFlow, like, and just little tricks on how to, when you're tapping the arrows to go to the next slide, you don't tap it really hard, you tap it really lightly so the computer can't pick up on it. It's just really, really such a powerful technique to be able to read all of your awesome script, right? Because you never forget your word. The embedded commands are there. It's in the visual modality. It's in the auditory modality. All of this stuff just sinks in beautifully, and you get to use visuals, and there's nothing more powerful if you're trying to build a story to use visual pictures. It's just such a powerful tool. Yeah. So thank you, Carol. So Dance, any other questions? In the Facebook group too, my darlings, do you have any questions? Let me just run in there and see what you guys are up to. So literally, she's so cute. She goes, I'm hypnotized with Erica's slides. You're so cute. Good, I'm glad that you're hypnotized. Okay, now, any questions in here? Where's the join button? You guys are so cute. Any book recommendations about embedded commands and hypnotic language? Oh, that's a great question. Any book recommendations? I really don't have any. What I will do, though, is I will give you guys the PowerPoint. I'll give you guys a PDF that Toby and Layla gave in the Tilt Hour the other day. Don't tell anyone that I shared it because it was supposed to be on that Tilt Hour for that night and that night only, but I'll put it in the files section, and just it's your secret thing, okay? Do I have your, by show of hands, I've got your word that you won't tell anyone I'm going to give it to you? Awesome. Yay, thank you. Carol, what are you holding up there, sweetheart? Unlimited selling.
On hypnotic selling. It's called Unlimited Selling Power by Donald Moine, M-O-I-N-E, and Kenneth Lloyd.
Sorry, my darling, could you say the author again? Unlimited Selling Power by?
Donald Moine, M-O-I-N-E, and Kenneth Lloyd.
Kenneth Lloyd. Thank you, sweetheart. Can you hold that up one more time so everyone can see it? Fantastic. Yay, bingo. There you go, Linda Loon. You guys are awesome. Any PowerPoint? Okay, so Jerry's asking if I have any PowerPoint suggestion software. Darling, if you mean by how to record it, we use ScreenFlow, and Alex's video is going to give you a few other options if you don't have Mac, but we use ScreenFlow to record the videos. Amelia Loon is saying slides help focus attention on voice and reading. Yes, absolutely. Oh, of course. Oh, God, I'm so dumb. Joe Vitale. Sorry. I completely forgot I had this book. I'm so sorry. So yes, this book by Joe Vitale. Thank you, Steph. I feel like such a num-num. So this one here, Hypnotic Writing. It is really, really good. It is. Yeah, I totally forgot I had this one. Anything in the Inner Circle? Oh, darlings. Anything in the Inner Circle? It's a great question. That's a great question. Guys, if any of you know if there are any Inner Circle trainings on this, please write it in the thread. I cannot for the life of me remember on the top of my head. There is a great one by Dave Sharp. It's in 2012, and it's something about these 3 lines close sales like something. But that's more, I think, if you're talking to someone, so I don't know if that's exactly what we are looking for here. Yes, thank you, Carol and Steph. Yes, awesome book recommendations. I need to get the one that Carol was holding up. So, John, just a quick little pointers about when you are reading over your bridge video. Like when you're doing your videos for Facebook, talk to one person. really have the mindset that you desperately, desperately want to help this person, that you care about them so much that it comes through in your language. You know, body language is so powerful. I don't know what the statistics are, but they say that, you know, 10% of what is communicated is verbal, and like about 90% is non-verbal, right? Meaning that the way we say things is how the message is interpreted. So when you're doing these bridge videos, think about one person that you really, really want to help, that you really, really care about. Don't just read this for the sake of reading it. One trick I used to use was I used to talk to myself. I used to pretend that I was on the other end of this video, and I used to talk in a way that I would say to myself, well, how would I want to hear this presented? And then I would speak in that kind of way. Like it really meant a lot to me that my message was understood, right? This is not, you know, what we do here is really, really important. We're not just doing this just to, you know, sell some blogs and sell some inner circles and make some money. We're changing lives. So these bridge videos need to be really, really powerful, which is why, you know, in that one I showed you, I was always talking about the fact that, you know, financial prosperity is your birthright. I got that from Science of Getting Rich, Wallace Wattles, and it really is. People don't know that they have the right to be prosperous. They don't know that they have the right to be rich, you know, and it's your job to somehow convey in your bridge videos that they do have a right to be wealthy. They do have the right to be successful and to be free. And it has to come it has to come across in a way that's really authentic. And you get that by the intonation you use in your voice when you're creating these videos. So really put your heart and soul into these, and they will work. They will absolutely work. All right, my darlings, we are coming up to the top of the hour. Gosh, I've kept you here for so long once again. Darlings, any more questions? Oh, thank you, Beth. Thank you, sweetheart. Beth says, wonderful hangout this morning. Thank you so much. And the rest of you on the panel. Thank you, darling. Thank you so much. And thank you, darlings. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. So, sweethearts, if we don't have any other questions, my darlings, I will let you go. I will get the assignments done within the hour. I'll put in the resource section, I'll put this book that Carol mentioned, I'll put this book that Steph mentioned, and I'll also put a quick little cheat sheet on how to how to record your ScreenFlow videos so that they sound really, really good. All right, my darlings, and if we have nothing else, we are a wrap. Any final thoughts from the panel? Are we good? We're all good? We're all good? Awesome, sweethearts. Well, darlings, I hope you enjoyed that. This is without a doubt probably one of the most powerful pieces of your marketing. This is where you get to sell you. Okay, so really, really work on constructing the most beautiful, powerful story that you can. And, you know, again, I can't speak highly enough about that book by Seth Godin. We are storytellers. We are storytellers. And you've got to get really, really good at telling an authentic story. All right, my darlings. So that's it from me, sweethearts. Have a beautiful week. Thank you so much for being here. For those of you in Facebook land, thank you so much for being there in the group. It's wonderful knowing that you are there. And if you have not been on the panel yet, my darlings, I strongly encourage you. You've got 3 live sessions left. If I have not met you yet on the panel, oh my goodness me, I'll be devastated if this boot camp ends and I have not had a chance to get to know you better. So, darlings, if you have not been on the panel yet, you have 3 more live sessions to make it onto those little boxes at the bottom of the screen, and it'll be awesome. Yeah, if you've never done it, it'll be awesome to see you there. So, sweethearts, that's it from me. Have a gorgeous week. Nothing much else to share, and I will let you go. And darlings, congratulations on your assignments. I am giving a few people a few more hours just so they can get their Excellence Award today, because there are quite a few of you who are going for the 100% Club Award badge, and I want to make sure that you have every opportunity to achieve that. So I will be doing the Excellence Awards a little bit later on in the day, just to give a few people a few more hours just to sneak it under the wire. So guys, thank you so much. I love you so much. Enjoy this training. Remember, never, ever, 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 ever leave the side of a training without applying something that you've just learned. So, I don't know, just grab out PowerPoint, you know, just play around with some slides and just have some fun with it. All right, my darlings, thank you so much. God bless. And I'll see you guys on Monday for the next overview call. Bye, darlings. Ciao.